engage, provoke, inspire. 18th Street Art Center. Artists in residence.
The exhibition, titled Open Tuning, EDG, BDG, is a dynamic installation of new work incorporating sculpture, video, painting, music, and live performance by Los Angeles-based artist, musician, and DJ Eamon Ore-Giron. Referencing a specific guitar tuning found in the Central Andes, known as Yaraví, Ore-Giron has created his own alternate guitar tuning of EDG-BDG. It is through this adaptation that Ore-Giron explores the merger of folk, pop, historical, and conceptual references throughout his interdisciplinary works.
I had been starting to think about approaching a new body of work, dealing with ideas of structure and architecture, design, and ideas about the new world and everything that entails. I was starting to make some paintings based on the Columbian exchange, the idea of the Columbian exchange and what that's done on both sides of the Western and Eastern Hemisphere, and just and what it's done in overall in culture, the ideas of plants moving across the world and the different exchanges that occurred both to the New World and away from the New World, and paralleling that with ideas in art and music.
A complex interplay between themes of tourism, revolution, design, and public sculpture reverberate within the works, while formal questions regarding the relationship between functional sculpture and introspective form are explored.
A lot of this work originates from kind of reminiscing or going through old footage of a time period when I lived in Peru and I studied music there, and so a lot of this work kind of relates to that time period and to the music that I was learning. So the main piece in the show, and the piece that was the genesis for a lot of these ideas, is the centerpiece called Man in the Plaza. And it is based on a structure that I saw when I was in Peru in a town called Huanta. In the main plaza they had an art show, and it's like a divider, almost like those Japanese dividers, except it's elevated and it's structurally strong enough to hang things on. So a whole art show was being shown in the plaza. What it led me more into were ideas of this structure and this space, this social space, where it's turning the whole town into a gallery of some sort.
The resulting artworks are linked to personal memories as well as ideas of labor and resistance, and represent an investigation into sculptural and musical forms inspired by classical, modernist, and folk art genres.
This is a scale, and this scale is the scale that I composed or I put together that is in the title of the exhibition, and it's an open tuning for guitar, and it's actually going to be part of the performance where the guitars are tuned to this scale. What I wanted to do was kind of think about this idea of a plaza, think about this idea of a gallery almost as a plaza, and think about this structure as a way to kind of pegboard my ideas and pegboard my different influences and inspirations. And so on that board are the photographs from that trip that I took when I was down in Peru, and because there's all these structures that are very much like in the classical, almost minimalist type sense of like a cube, but it's made out of bamboo, or an old advertisement that has been stripped of all the different advertisements and turns into this like beautiful square rectangular structure out in this barren desert.
Furthering the artist's continued interest in music and its role in contemporary art, Ore-Giron joins with performers Joshua Astor and Chris Avitabile to form the guitar trio Voluminous Sparks. Presenting a music-based performance that activates and interacts with his sculptures, the group explores gestural movement, humor, and sound as transformative elements in the installation. Open Tuning EDG-BDG is part of 18th Street Art Center's Artist Labs, a process-based exhibition and residency program inviting artists to use the center's main gallery as an ongoing open studio for the development of new work. This project progresses on-site, allowing for exploration and dialogue. This working methodology, paired with investigatory programming, allows for a dynamic unfolding of the artist's concepts throughout the course of the exhibition.